3 games, 3 draws, 2 goals. What's going to be different this weekend for the game between Dundee United and St Johnstone that's going to take it away from being a draw?
And a penalty victory.
A penalty victory, yeah, okay.
I don't know, they're tight games. 2 honest groups of lads who go at it from the first whistle. Both teams well organised. So it will be, I expect, if the history of the 3 games is anything to go on, tight as again. So it'll be us making sure that we use the home advantage, that we make sure that the detail goes in our favour. So it'll be tight, I expect, but I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good game.
We're entering into the third kind of portion, half of the season gone. You had expectations when you came into Tannadice at the start of the season. St Johnstone was the first game. How are your kind of expectations and aspirations from then compared to where they are now?
No, we're different, really, I don't think. I knew I was in a transitional season where I kept saying to everybody, probably bored everybody, but I think it was what it was. We were in a transitional season of a team moving at the Championship who had no experience of playing in the Scottish Premiership, or not a lot of them anyway. So we're going to have to kind of roll, wait and see where we were up to, allow them to grow. We're going to give them the opportunity to go and show what they can do and how they can improve against better opposition. Would they improve? And I think the majority or all of them have. We're now getting into all or most of the games now and being a real challenge and a real force in all the games. We have to continue that and we have to find the consistency of that, keep the consistency of that, and still keep trying to get better. Try and turn these draws into victories. That's the next stage for us now. Keep trying to get clean sheets, keep trying to get first goals, and keep trying to improve as individuals and as a group. And honestly, that's where we're at. I'd never sort of sit here and try and complicate it and any more than that. That's simply where the whole project or the whole thing is at. And all we're doing is pushing the standards all the time and keep pushing the players fairly and try to get the most out of them and keep trying to improve. And they are. They're improving all the time. We're not probably at the way that we want to play or we're getting towards that, but we're still very clear in how we want to play or where we want to get to. But we're growing. We're growing and getting better.
How difficult are the finances that are resulting with this ongoing coronavirus thing affecting things at Dundee United? I mean, Dundee have announced today that they've pre-signed a contract with Paul McMillan. Was that something that was maybe affected by the current position that we're in?
Yeah, I think so. I think we'd have to be fair and say that. I don't think the club was in a position yet that it was wanting to or able to give players contracts or give Paul McMullen a contract. It might change with other people. That remains to be seen. But they didn't feel that they wanted to do that at the minute. I respect that. I liked Paul. I liked him as a guy and I liked him as a player. I think there was opportunities that were going to open up for him, certainly as the team was growing and getting better, keeping clean sheets and allowing us to grow out of the type of way that we're playing. But he's chosen, and he chose, he was never pushed, he chose that an offer get made to him by Dundee, and he felt that he wanted to take that now. You need to ask him why. I would only be guessing. Is it because of the COVID situation and people want to make sure that they've got money to pay bills and things like that in the future? I don't even know the length of his contract or anything like that. I'm not aware of that. But that's something for Paul to get to answer you. But Dundee United will move on, and we have got some real talented young players that now get the opportunity to now come in and cement their position in that position that Paul has chosen to move out of now.
St Johnstone come visiting on Saturday. It's the 4th time this season that the clubs have met. 3 draws so far, only the first game with any goals in it. Do you see this as being kind of a battle of defences on Saturday?
I think every game is a battle of defence and attack. To be honest, I think we're stronger now than we were last time we played them. I think the philosophy that the gaffer has put into the team is working better. All the players have grasped onto it, and I think we are ready to score more goals and link the defence to the midfield and the midfield to attack. And I think we'll show that on Saturday at Tannadice.
There's been a couple of formation changes, obviously, at the back with Micky Mellon over the season as it's going through. Where do you think you fit in best, in a back three or a back four, and where do you see yourself as best position?
Well, definitely feel I'm a centre half. So I played a few games in the back four at right back against Celtic. Came on against Ross County, I think a couple others. But I definitely prefer the back three and playing the right side of that. I feel it allows me to step in, drive forward with the ball, which is a big attribute of my game. So I definitely prefer the back five.
You mentioned obviously about your debut against St Johnstone was the first game of the season. Compared to looking into starting at that game, how have your views of the whole situation at Tannadice turned around now that you're a member of the first team squad going into this team at Tannadice?
Yeah, well, I've been a first member of the first team squad for quite a while now. Although I wasn't playing, I was training every day with them, and the boys are great. But I think the first game, I felt as if I was a young boy that was a bit nervous and not ready to. Maybe I was ready to play, but just I wasn't confident enough in myself. But now I've got a few games under my belt. I'm going into this game feeling like I should be part of this team and more confident.
You mentioned about young players being given a chance under Micky Mellon. How good has that been for the likes of yourself and Logan Chalmers to break in and be kind of regulars in the team?
It's brilliant, because like I touched on before, you don't feel just like a young boy anymore. You feel like you are part of the team, and that's all you need as a young player. If you're good enough, you'll get chances, and for them to have the faith in you and give you the chances, that's all you want, to go prove yourself and show your worth.